stress.
Yes, indeed, and I've actually sat down on Maya's table and been treated myself. So we're going to be getting
Pretty
Maya
interesting
on.
stuff.
It really is, and Maya will be coming on very shortly to explain how this works. It's fascinating stuff. All right, someone says fantastic presentation. Cannot wait to watch it again.
Oh, good.
I concur. Okay, female age 59, 1 ovary. I have 9.9 estrogen, normal progesterone. She is on BioCream, and she has 65 testosterone. I don't know if you know what those numbers mean. How can you be high in both estrogen and testosterone if the body changes estrogen into testosterone in stressed women?
Well, you're high in estrogen because you're on the estrogen cream. And the irony about that is that if your insulin is out of control, the more estrogen you put on your body, the more testosterone your insulin is going to make. I am not an advocate of estrogen creams or progesterone creams for that matter. I believe that they are a Band-Aid, again, rather than going to the source and correcting the problem. They are treating the symptoms. So you would do well to have a saliva test done, checking your adrenals and your hormone levels to actually assess where they are, the estrone, estradiol, estriol, testosterone, and all of your cortisol levels, as well as your insulin levels. That kind of testing is available from Diagnostex for about $180, and it will tell you an enormous amount of information. The primary thing that you need to know, though, the lever that you need to tap is your blood sugar. You need to keep that stable. You need to get your blood sugar down or stabilized and resensitize those insulin receptor sites. There are supplements that will help you do that. And by changing your weight, changing your exercise, changing your diet, you can actually bring yourself back from insulin resistance into health.
So the key is test, don't guess.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. All right. Please clarify again what allergic foods are.
Okay. There are allergic foods, and then there are sensitivity foods. And, of course, most of us do not have food allergies. These are the allergies that cause, your throat to close up, like a peanut allergy or strawberry allergy or shrimp allergy. Those are actual food allergies. Most of what is happening in America today are food sensitivities, and we are most likely to develop sensitivities to the foods that we eat over and over and over and over again. So what is the American diet made out of? Wheat. We get up, we have breakfast, cereal, milk. Then we get to the office where we have a bagel. Then we go to lunch where we have a sandwich. Then we go back to the office where in the afternoon we have a cookie and a cup of coffee. And then in the evening we go home and we have pasta or a hamburger or something else that has wheat in it. So we've had wheat 5 or 6 times a day. Most of those sandwiches have had cheese on them. If we were being really healthy, we maybe had some yogurt along the way. We've had some cream in our coffee. We were having cheese on our pizza or cheese on our burrito, and so dairy is another one. Eggs, of course, is another one that we seem to eat under a lot of stress sometimes because it's kind of a comfort food. But most all packaged foods have eggs or egg protein in them. Soy, there's big controversy about soy, folks. I think if it's fermented soy, it is probably less likely to create an allergy or a sensitivity, but if it's processed soy, as in soy milk, and by the way, soy milk is estrogenic, so for men it's not a good idea to drink soy milk. For women, it can throw your hormones off. Soy is very is very high on the sensitivity list. Tomatoes, believe it or not, again, most Americans, that's the standard vegetable that most Americans are eating every day. If they're not eating raw tomatoes, they're eating tomato sauce. And then junk lunch meats that have a lot of chemicals in them. Shellfish, the fish that feed off the bottom of the oceans, we have a tendency to have sensitivity to those as well. Peanuts, and those are the most common food sensitivities.
Okay. Anel, the questions keep piling in, so we're just going to go with you.
Okay.
Whenever you feel you've had enough, just let me know, okay? And then we'll just wrap it up for the night. Okay, I have had food allergy testing done and found out that I am allergic to baker's and brewer's yeast. Do you know if the yeasts found in naturally occurring yeasts, such as found in sourdough breads, are the same as these other yeasts? Love yeast in this question.
Yeah, the baker's yeast is the same. You will need to if you're going to have any kind of baked goods, they'll need to be soda leavened. You'll need to avoid both beer and anything that's brewed with yeast. Beer and I think wine has some yeast in it. And then you'll need to be off of breads. Now sourdough, interesting thing about sourdough is that if it's old-fashioned sourdough and it sours for 72 hours, that may change the character of that yeast. I'm not sure, but I know for a fact that it changes the character of the gluten. It actually breaks down that gluten protein. So sometimes people who are sensitive to gluten can eat sourdough bread where they can't eat regular bread.
Okay. Can you show me the slide on adrenal hypofunction again?
Let's see here.
And while you're doing that, there's a question saying, is xylitol okay?
Xylitol is okay. It has some qualities that are good for us. It's really great for the mucous membranes in the mouth and the teeth. It too has blood sugar stabilizing qualities. But again, it's got that other edge to it, which is the brain reads it as sweet, and so it encourages the production of insulin. But it's better than sugar.
Okay. Now, VSA is the same as EVOX, right? You said that earlier.
Correct.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That takes care of that question. Please discuss the scoring for NTAF some more.
Okay. Let's see here. Escape. I'm getting the hang of this here, I think. Escape. It's current. NTAF. Okay. So this is what the form looks like. And Section A has to do with how toxicity is affecting how your brain is working. So if you're scoring most all of these symptoms, or if you're scoring quite a few symptoms with 2s and 3s, then you need to do a detox, very specifically a liver detox. Section B has to do with how stress is affecting your brain function.